As soon as Lonzo Ball is given the task of having to defend Steph Curry and then Kyrie Irving, something special will happen. The NBA will magically transform into Dancing with the Stars. Kyrie Irving cannot wait to face Lonzo. More specifically, Kyrie Irving cannot wait to break Lonzo. And before going any further, no, this isn't a video hating on Lonzo at all. I'm just simply gonna detail 5 players who want to destroy him next season for things that aren't even Lonzo's fault. No worries, there's no hate, just facts. But back to Kyrie. He's still in trade talks. I don't even know which team he's gonna play on. It doesn't matter though. He wants to come for Lonzo's neck. Now, I'll only be talking about 5 players who want to destroy Lonzo Ball, but in reality, the entire league wants to destroy him, including every single rookie he got drafted with. Man, he's in a tough spot. You know, if I was in Lonzo Ball's shoes right now, I would kill myself. Like in a literal sense. If I was in Lonzo Ball's shoes, I would kill myself. These things are hideous. Oh, and by the way, for Lonzo fans, me insulting these shoes is not an insult to Lonzo Ball. It's an insult to Lavar Ball, who supposedly spent 20 years on the design work only to end up with this. You literally cannot get dumber than Lavar. You just can't. Anyways, guys, we're gonna jump right into this, so make sure to go down and smash the like button, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's do this. Oh, and really quick, a lot of people claim I try to use Lonzo Ball only to make money. Well, it's not true. Videos related to Lonzo Ball and the Ball family get copyrighted. Therefore, no money. I have a legitimate opinion, and it isn't really all about the money. For proof, you can see copyright, copyright, copyright. The list goes on. Just wanted to clear that up really quick. Hope everyone understands. So of the 5 players who want to destroy Lonzo Ball, we're going to start with Steph Curry. Now, Steph Curry doesn't speak often. For as entertaining he is on the court, he's equally as boring off the court. The only reason I sit through Steph Curry post games is to find out what jackets he wears. Seriously, that's good shit. But when he does talk, he picks his words and mannerisms wisely.
LaVar Ball, the father of the Ball kids down in LA, he kind of keeps making headlines, and he's brought up his name a couple times in this song. Does some of the stuff he's saying bother you at all?
I don't want to talk about that. Every person should parent their kid how they feel they should. I mean, that's it.
Curry is visibly frustrated, and make no mistake, the next time the Warriors face the Lakers, Steph will be aggressive. Steph wants Lonzo Balls in his mouth. That's code for Steph is going to dominate Lonzo Ball.
Okay.
Now, the only problem with Steph Curry's game is I haven't really seen him dominate his matchup in a one-on-one setting. Think about it. When have you seen Steph just repeatedly ISO a defender and just cook him time and time again? When Lonzo faces Steph, there's going to be a few instances where Curry shakes him left to right, but what's really going to happen is the Warriors are going to blow out the Lakers by about 30 points and Steph will finish the game with like 35. I'm not a Steph Curry fan, but the Lakers aren't exactly a good defensive team, and that's me being respectful. Though, to be fair, LiAngelo was a terrible defender, but now, since the Lakers traded him away, they still somehow managed to downgrade their defense. Now, with Curry and the other players I'm about to mention, you're going to see a common theme here. What is that theme, you ask? Well, it's LaVar Ball being a gigantic. This Stephen interview I showed was in retaliation to this Lavar interview. I'm sure everyone has seen this by now, but I'll still give you a fair warning. LaVar Ball is an idiot.
Now, you said something the other day that some thought was controversial. What made you say that one day Lonzo is going to be better than Steph Curry in Golden State?
Hey, let me tell you this right now. I have the utmost confidence in what my boy is doing. I'm going to tell you right now, he's better than Steph Curry to me. Here, put Steph Curry on UCLA's team right now and put my boy on Golden State and watch what happens.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you doubled down on it right there.
I doubled down on it again. And like I said, if I don't know what my boy's about, I'm not going to make that statement. Steph going to have problems trying to guard my boy. And let's see, play one-on-one.
So no need to comment further on that. It just solidifies why Steph is going to destroy Lonzo Ball the next time they meet. Nothing fancy. Everything is self-explanatory. But what I do want to go into detail about is this quote I happened to find. UCLA wouldn't be where they're at. Steph Curry's gonna shoot them out of the game. He ain't rebounding and passing that ball. Soon as they double him up, he's going to lose that ball. He's too little. First off, their difference in height doesn't seem that substantial. Second off, Steph Curry's not rebounding or passing, and he's gonna shoot them out of the game? The stuff Lavar says about Curry is so stupid that he makes me look like a Warriors fan as I defend Steph. The facts are, Steph literally had one of the most magical moments in college sports back when he used to look like this. Oh wait, he still looks exactly like that. Steph led Davidson to one of the most improbable runs of all time on the shoulders of his jump shot. But Lavar thinks if you replaced him with Lonzo on UCLA, he would shoot them out of the game. If anything, with that jump shot, Lonzo's gonna shoot his team out of the game. And with that form, he's gonna shoot me out of my eyesight. Now, Lavar is an interesting creature. The thing is, reading his quotes out loud makes him seem absurdly stupid, yet it still does not do his stupidity justice. That doesn't even seem possible. But luckily, we have the exact interview.
On the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
And put Steph Curry on UCLA.
Yes.
And your son would explain how your son would be better.
You say that right now. Now. UCLA wouldn't be where they at. Steph Curry gonna shoot him out the game. He ain't rebounding and passing that ball.
Shoot him out the game?
Shoot him out the game.
Out the game.
Out
Not
the game.
in the game.
Soon
Out
as
the
they double
game.
him up, he gonna lose that ball. He too little.
So the moral of the story here is, if you're ever feeling dumb, just remember, there is an out-of-shape, severely uneducated cunt who lives in Chino Hills. And it's impossible that you're dumber than him. So I hope that cheers you guys up. And if you are dumber than him, then fuck. You must be dumb as shit. Kyrie Irving is gonna destroy Lonzo Ball, but in a different way. In a much more noticeable and much more effective way in comparison to Steph. Because A, he's a much better one-on-one player. And B, Lavar Ball really crossed the line when he brought Kyrie's name into his mouth. Also, Lavar Ball's mouth is very large, enough to fit about 1, 2, 3 dicks in it. That being said, if you think Lavar is even mildly decent and has the common courtesy to not bring family into it, you're wrong. But before we get into that, let's get into Kyrie's one-on-one game. See, here's the difference. When Steph is going to drop 35 points on the Lakers, it's going to be more within the team's system and playing off of Kevin Durant. When Kyrie is going to drop 35 points on the Lakers, it's going to be completely out of the team's system and all on Lonzo's head. That's why his dominance is going to be so much more noticeable. If there's a list of players who you don't want to piss off in the NBA, Kyrie might be at the top. Simply because no one can isolate you like he can. I want to give respect to Lonzo because he's not a dude who's going to back down to a challenge. But for that reason, he's going to get raped. Let Lonzo be Lonzo. So Lavar heard this and figured, that was a totally reasonable quote and made total sense. I guess I should respond like a total f***tard and mention his dead mother for no reason at all. Maybe he don't got the relationship me and Zoe got, and I don't think he did. First of all, your mom wasn't there, so it's not the same. Lonzo can come home and see his mom and dad all the time. Everything else was forgivable, but this time you crossed the line, Lavar. Kyrie's mom died when he was 4 years old. You just gotta be smarter than that, man.
I watched you play in Vegas, clearly, and you're throwing up triple doubles out there. Is that sort of your game? That's the way you play? That's what you think is going to translate to the NBA, that same style?
Same style. I mean, I played the same way my whole life. I think I'm going to change now.
I asked you before, do you think you're a scorer or a pass-first guard? And do you remember what you said your answer was?
I'm pretty sure I said pass first.
Yeah. But you said you feel like you can score if you need to, right?
Right. You know, certain times in the game, you have to take it into your own hands. But for the most part, if my teammates open, I'll give them the ball.
What should the expectations be for the Lakers this season?
Trying to make the playoffs. That's the plan. That's what we're working to. So, that's definitely the goal for this year.
You think that's doable this year in the Western Conference? It's pretty tough out there.
I know the Western Conference is tough, but I think it's definitely doable, I wouldn't say.
So you may be wondering, how the hell does Westbrook fit in here? Lavar hasn't said anything about him. I know Lavar hasn't said anything about him. But it's Russell Westbrook. Do I need to explain more? Yeah, I didn't think so. Even Lavar doesn't suffer from such severe retardation as to mention Westbrook or say some dumb shit about him. That doesn't change the fact that Westbrook is going to come for Lonzo Ball, no questions asked. There's not even much explanation to offer here. We all know Russell plays his hardest against the Lakers just by default. It's his hometown. Lonzo or no Lonzo. But with Lonzo on the roster, he is going to try to dunk on him at every possession. And this is where it sucks even more for Lonzo Ball. He's a point guard. It's just naturally the most gifted and talented position in the league right now. So whether Lavar opens his mouth or not, he opens it, and he opens it a lot. It doesn't even matter. Lonzo is going to have the most competition of any other rookie. Because I'm not even going to mention Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, or Chris Paul, but even they're going to destroy him. Being drafted to the Western Conference at the point guard spot on the Lakers is what Lonzo has to deal with. If he pulls out the Rookie of the Year, I have no choice but to admit he's proved me wrong. And no, 3 Summer League games don't mean a damn thing. LeBron is an obvious one. Even if we push LaVar Ball's bullshit to the side on this one, which is actually hard to do because there's just so much. LeBron wants to destroy Lonzo regardless. The truth is, LeBron has been so used to the hype and the spotlight, anytime a player starts to challenge it or starts to get an insane amount of headlines, he gets alerted and is ready to dominate. Man, I wonder who fits that description.
It's that ball boy. That ball boy, number 2, the deuce is wild.
But even if you think what I'm saying is a load of shit, that's where LaVar comes into the mix. I think it's well established by now LaVar doesn't care if he brings your family into it. Now, since we've all heard of their beef, I'll make this quick. So, long story short, LaVar Ball starts by acting like a fucking idiot. LeBron reacted. LaVar Ball responds by acting like a fucking idiot. The end. Yeah, seriously speaking, that just about sums up everything. Not just the LaVar and LeBron beef, but LaVar's entire existence. But if you do need quick details, LaVar said something like, LeBron's kids will never be superstars. LeBron responds, then LaVar Ball hits us with a classic, which I will go into detail on. I don't care what LeBron said. He's talking about, he warned me. He warned me for what? What is a warning going to do? Nothing. And that is why LeBron is on this 5-man list of players who are going to destroy Lonzo Ball.
Live from the NBA rookie shoot.
Live from the Light Skin Connection.
Light Skin bros, man. Yeah.
I know you see the Nike jersey on it.
Tell them.
Still triple B's though.
Hey.
This list gets topped off by Markelle Fultz. Now, I'd like to talk about this picture. We all know where I'm going with this. It was well known that the NBA has been sucking Lonzo's balls, but I didn't know they were swallowing as well. It's pretty self-explanatory why Markelle wants to destroy Lonzo. Not only is this pick disrespectful, but it makes no sense. Oh, but maybe it's because Lonzo was Summer League MVP. It doesn't work that way. I mean, it's just an awkward situation all around. But then again, let's be real. Not a single player in this room was surprised by it. Just look at Markelle's face. He saw it coming a mile away. At this point, if you're in Lonzo's draft class and don't want to completely dominate him, you're just not a competitor. And it's basically been like this the whole time. The only player who gets interviewed is Lonzo, and if by luck another player gets interviewed, the only questions are about Lonzo. Now, a flashback to the 1984 draft. In a somewhat similar situation, Hakeem was the first pick and Michael was the third pick. But MJ, of course, absorbed all the headlines and all the attention. Only difference to the scenario is Jordan was already on pace and predicted to be the greatest player ever. So he rightfully took all the attention away from the number 1 pick. Meanwhile, Lonzo just has a corny shoe deal and his dad doesn't brush his teeth. The first Sixers and Lakers game should be a classic. Markelle has definitely been classy throughout this all, and he's surprisingly shown a lot of respect to Lonzo's brand.
Who were the best guys you guys played against in college?
In college,
Oh, this is Dreamville too. I didn't even realize that.
I told you.
I just looked at the...
In college?
In college.
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball?
Yeah.
Did you say he left? Did you see him on the way out? Or?
Yeah, he's scared.
You see that man with just slippers?
Yeah, he put tripping.
He was wearing Versace.
I don't care what it is.
I'm trying to get some big baller brand t-shirts.
Now, an honorable mention here is De'Aaron Fox. As a matter of fact, he completely belongs on the list. Not only has he destroyed Lonzo in college, but he was totally ready to do the same in Summer League until suddenly Lonzo's nuts decided to hurt. He set the Summer League game because of groin issues, but his real groin issue is that they're too small. Once again, before we jump right back into the video, I'd like to tell you about SeatGeek. Basically an app that delivers the best deal on tickets from all over the internet, and they have a 0 to 100 rating, which lets you know if you got a good deal or a bad one. Green means really good, orange is alright, and red is bad. A really cool feature is you can see the view you're going to get before you go. So check out the link in the description and use my code GDH for $20 back on your first purchase. He didn't have the balls to face De'Aaron, especially after shooting 2 for 15 in his opening game. De'Aaron did respond to the situation with a tweet which he deleted like after 5 minutes. Seems like he was having groin issues as well. Alright, I said this wasn't a hate video, but come on, that was funny.
So you can take that player 2 controller from me.
Oh, here you go. That'll be easy.
Dreamville,
stand up.
By the way, did you see his sandals?
Yeah, what's up with that, bro? I'm talking about yours. Oh, my other shoes, because I wore them to the thing, so I didn't. Let me see him, bring them right here.
He's got the big baller sandals on.
No, I gotta get the BBBs out. Yeah, I should have brought them out. Little Dreamville BBB collaboration.
Versace's, you know. He went with Versace instead. But you got the Dreamville right here.
Oh yeah, you know how I do, man.
So I need
Dreamville hoodie.
Honestly, one of my biggest regrets